Over 130 years ago, the International Wesleyan Church sent their very first missionaries to Sierra Leone. In the first 20 years, more than a dozen missionaries died, and the church had hardly been established, despite this enormous sacrifice. Fast forward 100 years, Sierra Leone was coming out of a brutal civil war and needed strong and wise leadership. The son of a Wesleyan pastor was elected president, and for over 10 years he helped heal the country's open wounds, establish a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. This enabled Sierra Leone to be listed as the most peaceful nation in West Africa in the 2017 Global Peace Index. In Australia in the early 1960s, a young denomination of just 7 Wesleyan churches sent their very first missionary family to the remote highlands of Papua New Guinea. Many other teachers, nurses, church planners and supporters were sent, and after a few short decades, the PNG church grew to over 10,000 believers and became autonomous under its own leadership. More recently, in 1998, a handful of believers in the Solomon Islands asked for help to establish the Wesleyan Methodist Church there. Initially, Ray and Gwen Akers and then Kay Fulcher acted as fly-in, fly-out missionaries who often made arduous journeys by boat and even dug out canoe to regional areas to help establish local churches. Then David Collins heeded the call to full-time ministry and established a centralised training centre. Land was sought, and after 8 years of bureaucratic negotiations, a 50-year lease for 12 acres of waterfront land was granted by the government. Wesleyan World Missions Australia moved its main focus to the establishment of a self-sustaining training centre on this site that would impact the local and wider community. With the help of Reverend Richard Soto as Vice Principal and Lecturer, and many others in the development of the campus, the level of training and its capacity continues to rise at the Noro Training Centre, and the impact to the immediate and wider community is being felt. We continue to pray that the same long-term fruit we have seen in the past due to enormous sacrifice of Wesleyan missionaries and the supporters will again bear fruit in the Solomon Islands. You can give up to a day's income in this year's self-denial offering using the QR code through your local church or going to wwm.org.au. Now a quick thank you from David Collins in the Solomon Islands.
Hi Australia, this is David Collins coming to you from the Solomon Islands, and here is the introduction to preaching class. I'm grateful for the support that you give us to this ministry here and what we're seeking to do here at the Noro Training Centre, developing leaders for serving Christ in this time. The wonderful thing is that we continue to see the support coming from Australia, your press support and also your financial support. Continue to encourage us by allowing this ministry to continue, and we'd just like to say thank you. Thank you to Mas, Australia, and God bless you all.